Hello everybody, here's another solo game that just uses a standard 52 card deck. So this game is called Annihil-8, and it plays sort of like a Five Tribes or Mancala style game where you'll be picking up a pile of cards, dropping them off one at a time to adjacent piles, and the final card placed might trigger something. And yeah, so first you will be dealing 16 face-down cards in a 4x4 grid. These face-down cards are called cash cards. The whole point of the game is to flip those cash cards face up. Around the perimeter of those cards, you'll be placing 2 face-up cards, and in the center, only 1. And left over, you will have 8 cards into your hand. Face-up cards are called data, and the cards in your hand are called rogue data. So another stipulation with the end game condition is in order to win, you must place all of your rogue data into the grid by the end of the game and have all the cash cards face up. How does the game end? When there are no valid moves. So on a turn, you'll do a move. You will choose one of these stacks. So a stack is a pile of cards that could just be cash cards, could just be data cards, or it could be a mixture of the two, but you'll choose one of these stacks. Now, a stack is not an empty space. Eventually in the grid, there'll be empty spaces. These are not stacks. They're just empty voids that mess with your ability to play the game. So you choose a stack and you'll take all of the face-up data cards from the stack. Cash cards are like permanent fixtures. You don't move those at all. Now, you choose to place these cards into adjacent piles in an orthogonal sequence. So for example, you could go boom, boom, because you can double back on yourself. There's no issue with that. You can do that as many times as you like, but the final card placed must follow one of 2 rules. First of all, if there are no data cards and just a cash card, that is totally valid. You can place data on empty stacks with just cash cards, no data. But if you do place a card with the final card with data on it, a stack with data in it, they all must annihilate each other. So in order for cards to annihilate each other, they must all match suit, they must all match rank, or they must make a run of ascending or descending ranks. So, for example, I could go boom, boom, because you can freely choose which cards you place in which piles, and these 3 cards would annihilate each other. When you annihilate data and there's a cash card underneath, that is how you unlock the cash card in its turn face up. Now it's just a regular data card. Say, for example, if I were to move this 8 here to annihilate this 2, now you see that's how holes form in the grid. So those are very not good, because the more holes in the grid, the harder your life will be. So basically, another thing that you could have done, instead of all that, let me just actually reset that, is you can create a run. So I could have gone boom, boom, and this king, queen, ace totally would have been a valid run. Now, the order of these cards does not matter. So like, let's say it looked like that. That's totally fine. It still makes a king, queen, ace, or ace, king, queen, whatever, set. That would totally be valid as well. So I could also have placed this ace here in a few past turn, moved this jack here, ace, king, queen, jack, that totally would annihilate each other, flipping over this card. Now, rogue data, how do you place this rogue data? So when you choose your stack, let's say I choose this 10 stack, I can place exactly one of my rogue data cards on that stack. So I could choose to place this 9 on this stack and go boom, boom to eliminate these 10s or something. But you can only do that once per turn, or once per move, essentially. Now, the rule, though, with annihilating data is you can't partially annihilate data. So, for example, let's say let's say this here, and I went boom, boom. I can't just choose to annihilate these 2 2s. It has to be an all or nothing situation. So this would be an illegal move. So remember, the end of the game is triggered when there are no legal moves left. So in the beginning of the game, it's pretty easy to find legal moves. They're pretty much all over the place. But as the game progresses, you're getting limited, more and more limited, and it gets very claustrophobic. And yeah, it's kind of tricky, but it is very possible. And there are also ways to make the game more difficult or easier if you need that. So yeah, I think that's about it. And something that you probably noticed is that passing over piles doesn't trigger Annihilation. It's only the final card that matters. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. Have fun.